A good, maybe just a carry that moves in the jungle.
There it
There's the Bat Rider
is.
we talked about. So the fans are going to be happy. Dark Mega on one of his best heroes. He always has an outstanding performance on this Bat Rider, and they need to do it here. Otherwise, they drop into the lower bracket. They just lose one more game.
I think they honestly anticipated this from the Zoomers, which makes a lot of sense with the Shadow Demon Centaur picks here because it makes it really difficult for Bat Rider to get these lasso targets. You have the defensive disruption. Obviously, if you lasso someone, you just disrupt them. But then you also have Stampede to get yourself distance on this Bat Rider, or even catch the Bat Rider out before he can go for a lasso. So it is going to be a difficult time for the Bat Rider here. And the other thing is, we talked about this in the very beginning of the draft. You can now just move Morphling safe lane and pick a counter in the mid lane here for Gunnar. I would assume Thunder Predator will ban out the Queen of Pain here. I don't think you can let it through.
Just don't want to run that one against the Bat Rider. I can see that. It's been more popular recently with some of these other position twos getting nerfed in the mid lane.
There it is.
Yeah, absolutely correct, Ricky. You're too smart and you're too handsome today.
When aren't we, though?
That's true.
Right back at you, buddy.
Teehee. You're making me blush in front of all these people. Last bands coming out on for Zoomers and Thunder Predator. I imagine they want to get. They're going to the Queen of Pain. You probably want to get rid of another ranged. Or wait, hold on. No. I was thinking that. What if you went? What if you went Sniper on Thunder Predator?
Against a Centaur is pretty rough. You don't have last pick on 4 Zoomers, so you could potentially do it because if they don't pick something that has catch from the mid lane,
Centaur who's going to be able to get on top of the Stampede. You can throw that idea out.
I think you just either go for like the Void Spirit here, which gives you like some survivability against the Bat Rider lane, or you pick one of the like standard Bat Rider counters. It just depends on what they ban because. Like Gunnar's Void Spirit is still pretty good. It struggles a little bit into the Bat Rider lane, of course, but you have Disruption. You'll eventually get level 6. You're not going to be too rough, and does give him a lot of catch. He still may take the Morphling mid, but I don't think he will.
The banner of the Bloodseeker. When I see that one, heroes I immediately think of are like Weaver, Pangolier. So it's possible that Gunnar just runs Pango in the mid lane.
Yeah.
And they run safe lane Morphling. Or at least they're thinking about that one. They get rid of the Slark as well. That's another major one that you'd have to be worried about when you see the Bloodseeker ban. So
also depends on the offlane too, right? Because you could just pick it and it's like good into the offlane as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, should be Gunnar's hero most likely, but still the options for Coastability, again, just the flexibility that this Morphling pick offers. And Zoomers, they got about 30 more seconds to go over this. Thunder Predator having last pick here, though. They have last pick and Radiant. I mean, this is actually the perfect scenario.
Yeah. Man, I would have liked to see something spicy like a sniper, but against a Centaur War Runner, you're absolutely correct. It's too easy to get on top of him.
Puck, maybe? Oh, dude.
Yeah, you're too good today, Ricky.
I thought about it that Thunder Predator was going to ban it, and then I totally forgot that it was back in the pool because they didn't because they banned Slark. But my thought was like they're going to ban Quap and Puck because these are like the 2 heroes that are very good into this matchup. It does require that Gunnar uses the Illusionary Orb more defensively. You can't like farm the wave with it, which is what you usually see, because if you do that, you just have no survivability and Bat Rider will run you down.
All right, so what do you think the last hero is going to be? You need something that's able to, I don't know,
probably
do enough damage to make up for the fact that your mid is mostly magical damage. You take advantage of Magnus. One of the first heroes that comes to mind is the Juggernaut.
Yeah, I was going to say Jug's not bad here because you have the Blade Fury, which gives you a little bit of survivability, especially with like Puck Coil until Agnums. But you could... trying to think if there's really anything else. Like Jug is probably the best pick, but it's not that great in a Morphling.
No, I mean you've got the Magnus. You could run that position 1, but the only person we really see do that is Yuma.
Yeah, he's been the only one for a while who's done that.
Especially after the recent nerfs to the hero. Ooh, okay,
bringing it back. We saw Anti-Mage twice yesterday from D2 Hustlers. They won game 1, ended up losing game 2. Or the of picking the Anti-Mage and eliminated from the tournament there. But I think it's a good anti-mage game. It's decent enough against the Centaur in the lane, but it's very good against the Morphling. If you can get his hands on top of Morphling now that the attribute shift requires mana, you can prevent him from wave forming. So if you get these like stuns or, you know, some sort of shackle or RP onto the Morphling, he's
and
looking...
you've got a couple. I mean,
yeah,
you've got RP, you've got Horn Toss, Skewer, you've got Shackle Shot, you've got Lasso. So you have a couple of tools to keep this guy locked down and burn down his mana, right?
Yeah, there's plenty of tools. And with the Abaddon behind him, makes Anti-Mage a little bit safer. I mean, Abaddon is one of the heroes that is actually pretty good into the puck. I wasn't sure if they were going to pick the puck because of this hero, but they end up doing it anyway. Just because you can walk out of coil, snap it, instantly pop borrowed time, and then save another hero. So pretty good at dealing with it.
Well, pretty good. All right, let's show me that win range or win rate. 2 victories per. All right, they don't have much to show, but the
4 of 20 matches,
yeah,
very nice.
It's a funny haha number. 81-62 on Centaur, not bad. Man's been playing. But here we go, game number 2. They can't afford to lose this one without a partner, otherwise they drop to the lower bracket. 4 Zoomers just need one more win to secure themselves into the grand finals.
Fair warning, neph. Just a quick heads up. If my internet does go out, I'll be frantically yelling expletives for like a solid hour. So hopefully we don't get to there.
I don't understand how things like internet work or computers. Missing with that nerd shit. I'm here to talk about video games, Ricky.
You are quite a gamer, so this does make sense.
Thank you.
Dark Mega mid lane. He is going to know that the ward is there. The question is, will they be able to find it? Did get placed aggressively there by Gunner.
Yeah. So they're going to know it's somewhere. The issue is figuring out where.
You got like a 1 in 4 chance usually on the D ward. You're like, yeah, it's on one of these sides.
Well, you get like one ward like I can't draw on the map because it's paused. You draw like one on one side of the ramp, the other on the other side of the ramp in the middle, and then usually get the D ward off based on that.
Like you talking about like in the river somewhere there?
Yeah, on either the left or the right side of the ramp, and in the middle of the river. So you put one on each side that you can scout it out if you get hit by the tower attacks. All right, Oscar's back. So yeah, it's simple enough. And then you have like a decent golden XP advantage, or at the very least XP if the support has bought the sentry.
The true heroes are the ones who wait all the way.
All right. Excited for game number 2 here. For those of you that are just tuning in, this is the upper bracket finals here. Zoomers versus Thunder Predators. So neither of these teams go home at the end of the day, but the winner advances to the grand finals. The loser will be playing the lower bracket finals tomorrow, and that's going to be up against either Lava or Infamous. So 2 very strong teams, as we've seen so far in the tournament.
Quick rune pick up there on Moo. But yeah, Puck says position himself kind of aggressively trying to steal, yoink the bounty rune if he would.
Yep. There's so many good hats for the anti-mage, and then you also just have like the persona, which is also very good. There's just certain heroes that have way too many cosmetics, and then other ones that have definitely not enough.
Well, all about what the workshop artists try to put in the game, right? It's a boring hero, they don't want to do anything. Bandaboo's taking a lot of harass to start this one out. The hoof stomp on top of the disruption. Zephyr's gonna be able to play with him pretty freely because he's got himself boosted speed to start.
Yeah. The thing is like up against the Abaddon, it makes it so difficult because you can't really go for the Shadow Poison build. Yes, when you do apply the Aphotic Shield, you instantly apply the Shadow Poison damage, but that sometimes backfires as you just get popped through the Aphotic Shield damage. And Pakas is just running down Moo here in the bottom lane. He is out of mana. Oh, well, here's the good old Classico counter. Well, Moo came back in and just dies. Never mind. Not much of a counter if you just walk back in and die.
Yeah, the game is hard himself. He's probably questioning why the hell he did that, as you don't have too much armor to work with on Centaur at the very beginning of the game, so Anti-Mage take advantage of that. The extra physical damage you do with the mana break brought him under to 0 in no time at all. So, man has to be careful. He comes back with full HP and mana, though, but he'll probably want to put extra points to retaliate in this lane to try and zone the Anti-Mage out and get himself an early Vanguard.
Double Edge isn't bad against the Anti-Mage because his Counterspell doesn't do anything against it, right? He still takes the damage from the Double Edge, which is always pretty funny.
But you've got resistance from Counterspell.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna go.
Yeah, I actually like this build a lot. And here's the Disruption into the War Stomp. They should time this perfectly, and he's dead. Yeah, there it is.
All right,
The
you were correct, Ricky. You were correct. I was wrong. He looks very foolish now.
It's all right. You were just left, and I was right.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
2 double edges is all it takes, I suppose. And Panda Boo being out of position as well. That one didn't help.
Well,
Anti-Mage
they're gonna try for it again, maybe. Just gonna try and go for the mana burn here. Really catching a bat, and not a bad target here for these mana burns. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Well, he's got 3 mangoes to work with. That is his saving grace. Meanwhile, Z-Freak is out of resources.
Yeah. I think he's now setting himself out clarity in a bango, but it's gonna be a little bit too late. And now he's got a point of retaliate on Centaur, so Moon managed to bring it back and putting that single point into double edge, and now he's gonna make it too difficult for the Anti-Mage to trade with him. What's up?
Anti-Mage has a Morbid Mask.
An interesting build. Maybe he wants to negate the retaliate damage that he's taking.
I mean, we've seen people go like Mask of Madness Anti-Mage before.
Mask of Madness Anti-Mage.
Have you not seen this?
I have. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, it is a build, a build. I don't know, like...
It's the build,
I can't
Ricky.
really, like, explain it much more than what it is. Like, you know, just a Mask of Madness Anti-Mage, but we'll see if that ends up being the play here. We haven't really talked about mid much. It is going to, again, be Gunnar on his puck going up against Dark Mago as Bat Rider, and Gunnar's doing a pretty good job. 20-2 to 16-2, so fairly even.
Yep. I mean, the puck does pretty well against Barra. Barra struggles against most ranged heroes. And Husky's rotations in are going to make things even trickier for Dark Mago.
Gunnar actually has opted to not get a bottle. He's just got a Null Talisman, Magic Wand, and Boots. And I guess able to get enough sustain out of the Sticky Napalm spam.
See. Damn. I just got a spicy update on SADPC.
Oh, we'll have to hear about that one in a minute. Meanwhile, top lane, Costabile is level 5 here on the Morphling, just farming behind the tier 1 tower. So this is neat. This is kind of what you expected. I mean, this Morphling, it's very good into a lot of these like melee strength offlaners that don't really have like burst damage. You can just kind of free farm on the Morph. It's pretty chill.
Yep. Well, that feels pretty good at least. I mean, Austin's going to start to get zoned out of the lane here. I don't think he plans on sticking around if he's going mana boots up here. Once in a while, you see like the phase boots build. He's able to contest a little bit more, but he's not doing too much physical damage to the Morphling. He doesn't have much kill potential here either.
Bottom lane, Dark Mago ends up rotating in. Z-Freak will just TP out now. He's forced to lasso him.
But you're all out of mana now on the Bat Rider, so he's going to be forced to slowly walk back to mid lane, and that's going to give Puck more of a chance to further increase his advantage here. He's already got a 300 net worth advantage over the Bat Rider.
Top lane, they're now looking at Oscar here on the Magnus. Nice Jackal in from Matthew. Should save him, though. Wind run as well. He's out. This guy's good.
This guy's good.
I mean, we knew it was going to be Matthew Windranger from the get-go. He is just an all-star on this hero.
Yeah, the man shackles are absolutely insane. You'll love to see it. Anti-Mage is doing pretty well for himself. At 6 minutes in, he's got 3.3k net worth. His power treads are coming out to him at the moment, so he's looking to trade with Mu here, who's rushing his Vanguard. I'm not sure he's going to be able to stick any damage on him.
Not
you
anymore.
just don't have a... Yeah. Not once he's got the Vanguard. He's only got the Ring of Health right now.
Puck's also in the bottom lane, gonna get scouted there by Pandaboo. So Gunnar, whatever, you know, in his mind, he's like, I'll just clean up some of these jungle creeps and head elsewhere. But obviously, he wants to put this first coil to good use. Just not gonna be able to quite yet, and they actually go ahead and rotate Paka's up north, giving him the empower. He wants to clean up some stacks. Pretty good timings here for the most part from Thunder Predator. I mean, your anti-mage is off to a fantastic start, and we saw yesterday what happens when this hero not only gets space in the mid game, but has a good early game.
Yeah, they stack the Ancients one more time for him as well, and I imagine Magnus will come back up or give him another empower, and he'll clear out the Ancients with that one. Yeah, Orb's Mask, obviously making things a little bit easier for him. It makes sense for him to do that. I mean, they've been hanging around here on Puck for the last like minute and a half, and he's been clearing out the hard and the small camp. So anti-mage should know where to go. If he walks up into the trees, not only is he not finding any Q camps because Puck has farmed them, but he's also just walking to his own death. So best case scenario.
RP, top lane, they catch the Morphling. Lasso comes out as well. Costabile turns into the anti-mage, will get the blink, but still chased down by Dark Mago. All right. Yeah. Very solid kill there from Thunder Predator.
Mid lane, snaps the coil on Matthew.
He does, all right. So they do trade, but I mean, overall, Thunder Predator, I think you're pretty happy with what you just got out of this game. You do have to be careful. You don't want to take too much damage on this mid-tier 1, though.
Yeah.
And bottom lane, Moo is having a fantastic... Moo and Panda Moo are having a fantastic time. They're just both kind of farming it up. And getting some solid XP here on the Abaddon is going to go a long way.
2 of the 3 great Moos from the Americas region. There's now Moo, Moos, and Panda Moo.
Well, there's not Moos anymore. Moos is Kim.
That's true. And according to the DPC roster, the DPC registration website, Kim was removed from Lava Best PC. Yeah. And again, we'll have to see later today if that is confirmed for this best of 3. Gunnar finds a kill onto Panda Moo, who's just desperately trying to get his level 6. And now they rotate a couple heroes in because they don't want to give this up, and Dark Mago's got Lasso available.
Actually, could try and make a play here, and they will. Stunning him up. They got plenty of magic damage. Silence comes through as well from Gunnar. Looks like he's gonna survive, I think. Yeah, Shadow Poison not enough to finish him off, and Dark Mago gonna get a bottle refill from the Abaddon, so he'll be coming right back, fight ready.
If they didn't manage to finish him off. If they Panda Moo there, it becomes much harder. Sorry, if they Panda Moo there, it becomes much harder to kill Dark Mago, but they managed to keep him stunned up.
By the way, it is a Mask of Madness Anti-Mage. He went for it.
Let's fucking go. He's going for Echo Saber next.
Yeah.
Brawler AM. This is the future, guys.
I mean, it's actually a sick build when you have the Magnus. You don't really slow down your farm all that much, like going for this Battle Fury. And Wind Ranger mid collapsed on, will go down Puck. Playing with low HP, but it's going to go the way of Z-Freak there. And mid-tier 1 tower now undefensible as Thunder Predator, they aren't rotating anyone for this. They're just going to let it go, it seems. Or it's, I mean, taking a lot of damage. It's not dead quite yet, but down to 500 HP.
They are going to let it go.
They're looking top.
Lane with Matthew.
They got RP once again, and if they can get on top of Costabile, it's huge. You just need the shackle to set it up.
I'm not sure they're going to land it.
Pretty good positioning here on Costabile. RP going to get pumped there, but Gunner's up to the top lane.
Leave the mid tower though, so it's still standing. 10-minute catapult spawn. They could take it with this one if they rotate somebody back in the mid lane. But Mage continues to. This man is farming so fast with the Mask of Madness build.
It's a good build. I like it.
I like Angel.
His name is Pakas, thank you.
Oh, right. Don't refer to him by his old/new name.
Z-Freak, level 6 now on the Shadow Demon. Makes it very nice to catch his Batrider. That Demonic Purge just holding him in place, and all that move speed you've invested into doesn't really go anywhere now. Yeah, you were right. 10-minute catapult is up. Gunner's back into the mid lane, and they are really pushing on this mid-tier 1, and looks like it's finally going to go down.
Yeah. Matthews tried to sit here and soak up as much XP as he can and delay it by throwing out power shots, but it ultimately just ends up not being enough. They're going to take advantage of the fact they just got this tier 1 tower and invade the jungle, and they have their eyes on Dark Mago.
Yeah, Stampede gonna help close the gap. Demonic Purge with the coil, an easy kill, and a quick yoink there from Husky. This guy, he's like, I need a little bit of money, guys. Come on, help me out.
I need my Midas. How do you expect me to carry otherwise? Classic Ogre Magi's. The top lane, Kuzmabile's farming away. Not quite as farmed as the anti-mage, but, you know, he's going to be very scary as the game goes on. He's going first item Lincoln Spear. This has gotten a little bit more popular because they improved the stats on it, but your farm is kind of slow if you go straight for this item. You're spending a lot of gold on just 16 all stats.
Moo in trouble bottom. Got a flame break to push him back. You can go for the hoof stomp, but I don't think it's gonna really matter all that much. Dark Mago should be able to just burn him down with ease, and a shackle just to make it easier. Nice kill there. Moo overstaying his welcome for sure. The question is, do they see the rest of these heroes rotating bottom? Panda Moo, he's gotta borrow time. With Gunner here as well, they will get the disruption to just try and bait this one out as long as possible. Gunner pops the DD, but a great shackle from Matthew. This guy always able to save his team.
Yeah, that's why they call him the young gun.
And Dark Mago, he's got a lasso. He actually is going to turn this around, just grab Z-Freak as well. Coil ends up getting snapped. Question is, can they turn it around? Gunner, he's still got a little bit of time left on the DD, but the Aphotic Shield, it's going to be able to keep him alive, and Dark Mago gets a double.
Yeah, they've got their eyes on Husky as well. Another shackle landed by Matthew. The man, he just won't stop.
I'll be honest, that shackle is more than questionable, but we'll,
What are you, some kind of shackle referee, Ricky?
I kind of am. That is an RP that's going to come out from Oscar, and okay,
Another shackle?
That shackle makes total sense. Okay, they're looking real good here. Kuzmabile baited real hard there.
Ooh, I love to see it.
Meanwhile, anti-mage. He has the Echo Saber on his way. He has a Yasha now too. Okay, stunned up in the mid lane and silenced, but they don't have the damage to find this kill.
Yeah, in fact, anti-mage does anti-mage things, but as soon as the enemies try to jump on you, if you don't have enough damage to kill him, he gets a couple right clicks off and he burns all your mana and makes your game goddamn miserable. So they're going to rethink hopping on anti-mage again if they don't have the damage to finish him off next time. And he's well on his way to this Manta style. He's done the Echo Saber Yasha. Man, that was such a sick turnaround at the bottom of the lane, though. The beautifully timed Aphotic Shield. I thought that they made a mistake. If the Bat Rider wasn't going to be able to stay alive, they wanted to get the Aphotic Shield off onto Wind Ranger so she could land a shackle. But ended up being enough damage just by popping it onto Dark Mago there. So take place, and they finally have a net worth advantage here on Thunder Predator.
They do, yeah. First time this game. Well, I guess not the first time. They started out in the lane stage doing pretty well, but Zoomers were starting to pull ahead. But now everything going the Thunder Predator way is Anti-Mage is going to continue to just pull further and further ahead.
Mm-hmm. This is where he, like... Alright, thankfully he's still going for Manta style. It's too crucial to the build. Excuse me. Find out Panda Moo, but he's just going to walk away.
He doesn't care all that much. I mean, Ignite does a lot of damage now. I love how for the longest time Ignite was literally like a 1-point ability, and now like everyone just maxes Ignite. It is so much burn damage. Z-Freak, he finds Dark Mago here, drops the Demonic Purge. Shackle not going to connect, but Stampede comes through, self-disruption, and a nice coil break there onto the Bat Rider. The question is, can they find the kill? It's going to be a Bat in there to save him once again, and Gunner in harm's way here as in comes the Anti-Mage. First stun comes out. Gunner doesn't have anything left. They force another big reaction out of the Zoomers for nothing.
Mm-hmm. Well, they rotated the majority of the heroes here on Thunder Predator as well. He dropped a Mana Void onto the Puck, who is still sitting pretty high mana, but like you said, they're buying time now on Thunder Predator. They're letting this Anti-Mage farm up this Manta style, and I think one other item, and then they're going to be ready to bring the fight for Zoomers. And the Morphling is not going to be farming nearly as fast because of his item choices. They thought they'd be playing a little bit quicker on the AM, and that's why they went for this Lincoln Sphere, but you're getting punished for it now. If you're farming items on the Anti-Mage are like the Mask of Madness into the Echo Saber, and the Morphling has a Lincoln Sphere, like, especially with the Empower involved, like, one of these things farm way faster than the other.
Yeah, absolutely. Morphling is a quick farming hero, but you don't contest with the anti-mage.
Yep. No, especially not with Empower. And there's his Manta Style heading out to him right now, and at that point, he's going to be confident to take a fight.
Husky finds the anti-mage, will get the D ward, pays for it with his life, though.
Yep.
Gunner pops a haste rune, wants no part of this, and he will just be TPing top as they actually get a disruption there onto Dark Mago as he stuck around just a little bit too long. That is a really big kill.
Getting him before he gets to BKB is, I think, also pretty important. Yeah, him is kind of far forward right now. All right, he's gonna hop back.
He's got Pandaboo behind him. He's just, I will say, Pandaboo has had phenomenal positioning so far this game.
Okay. Man's probably angry about the last one where he just didn't get to do anything against the Morphling. This game, it's all about him.
I mean, we talked to Pandaboo a lot in the last Pro Series, and I mean, he played Abaddon, I want to say, like 60% of those games. It was like Abaddon and Gyrocopter.
Abaddon and Gyro, yeah. It's all the man played. Eventually, they started banning it out, but they just kept letting it through. His position 5 Gyrocopter and his position 5 Abaddon were both absolutely insane. Big Pandaboo fan here.
I'm going to say Pandaboo probably 1,000 more times before I have fully converted to Pandamoo, but I want to ask him about the name change. So if we get the opportunity to speak with him, you know, that's definitely my question, Neph. I'm claiming it for myself. Dark Mago gonna get found top lane. Ends up getting an RP out from Oscar, though. Nice disruption there to try and save them, but Puck in a rough spot here. Drops the coil anyway. The Mana Void can be able to help find the kill, and now looking for more Z-Freak. Safe for the moment, thanks to that Stampede. Moo comes in, nice stomp onto the Batrider, but again, Pandamoo able to keep him alive, and in comes Pac as he's looking to get his hands on top of Costabile. Strength morphs away, will buy himself a little bit of time, but the shackles from Matthew are just too damn good. Looking for more here, Costabile, he's got to run. Matthew, the body blocks, forces the waveform out. It's gonna be a quick 3 for 1, and Thunder Predator are looking scary.
Aggressive positioning there by Dark Mago. Until he gets his BKB, he's pretty heavily punished, though. He just got stunned up by, what, the Hoof Stomp, the Fire Blast, and there's one more? The Shackle Shot that came out from the transformed Morphling. Until he gets that BKB, he needs to be a little bit more careful with his positioning, because all he has at this point in the game, we're 18 minutes, and he's only got minutes to travel. And, you know, he's somewhat farmed, but he's behind where he wants to be now.
So Gunner does have a DD rune. He's gonna find the Abaddon here, get the silence. They're gonna force that borrow time very fast. TP not gonna happen as Costabile rotates over. So a nice attempt there from Pandamoo. But Costabile, he waveformed in for this. He's gotta get safe, but a big hoof stomp comes in from Moo. The silence comes through as well. Batrider first of all, but Puck, they just gets melted by Pakis once again as he's looking for more, chasing down Husky. Big pull, trying to give him some space, but they turn their attention on over to Moo, the Centaur. Doesn't have a lot left to work with. Shackle just gonna mini stun him up, but it really is the Pakis show here on the anti-mage. This guy is so dang strong.
He's hesitant to take another jump forward because they do have some decent save there from the Shadow Demon. If you turn things around on him, you burn down all of the anti-mage's mana with those illusions, and you put your blink on cooldown, you can go down. So they end up trading 1 for 1, which ends up being a couple more kills prior to that fight. But the 1 for 1 trade, basically the Dark Mago for Gunner there on the Puck, which I think favors for Zoomers. You really need that BKB on the Batrider, and he finally does complete it.
Gunner also does have a blink now, though.
Easy.
So he's been playing without the blink dagger this whole time. It's one of the reasons we see him, you know, having more deaths than usual, up to 3 already on the Puck. But blink dagger does help out quite a bit. Makes it a lot more difficult to catch this hero. He's gonna find himself a DD rune there as well.
I don't think the blink dagger is going to be nearly as big of a deal as the BKB on the Batrider, though. Because the last 2 fights, he hasn't been able to contribute anything. They've just chain stunned him down. So now he gets to survive. Because it's all magic damage right now. They don't have the physical.
Dude, Pakis almost has an Eye of Scotty. Dude, it is 20 minutes into the game. This guy has 15,000 net worth.
Yeah.
This is a massive anti-mage. I mean, he's 5,000 gold in front of a Morphling.
Yeah, he's large and he's in charge.
They get the stun out onto the anti-mage. The question is, can they kill him? There's the return. It's going to be a big RP, but can they actually get out? Looks like they will survive so far, but Paka's continuing the chase out onto Z-Freak. He gets the kill. He's got a blink if he needs it. Instead, he's going to go aggressively onto Costa Bile, going through all of his mana. Costa Bile is dead. He's got no escape. This Ayaskati just doing way too much work, and they're going to continue looking for more. Gunner, no way out. Lasso there from Dark Mago. They fall one by one.
And as much as they try to initiate onto the anti-mage, he is too tanky. And the Eye of Scotty going into that team fight, they were never going to be able to bring him down with what they have right now. And Dark Mago, his BKB made initiating onto him impossible. Thunder Predator, they're looking like they're in great form. Pissed off about that game number 1, not making the same mistakes that they had last time. Dark Mago, a little bit of a slow start because of those last couple of deaths, but it's allowed, like the focus on him has allowed Pakaz to accelerate like crazy. I gotta say, I'm a fan of this anti-mage build. I'm gonna go ruin a couple pubs after we're done today, Ricky.
I mean, I've seen it before. Batrider does get caught. Disruption comes out from Z-Freak, but there's the Gale. Goodbye. You can't run from this anti-mage anymore. Z-Freak bites the dust, and Moo probably close to follow here. Is getting burnt down. BKB ends up coming out from Dark Mago. Gunner, he gets the coil holding two into place, but you don't have any follow-up damage. Husky's just dead. And Gunner now just gonna get chased down here by Dark Mago. He should be able to escape, right? Well, Matthew in pursuit.
He's got a blink dagger, and he's also a puck, so he's pretty hard to catch.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Buying a little bit of time, but Pakas has already taken the barracks.
Yeah, barracks down, and anti-mage will turn his eyes towards the enemy team's triangle, get himself his level 20 talent, and start working on this Abyssal Blade. Basher flying out to him right now, and at that point, getting away from the AM is even more difficult. And Puck's just causing more shenanigans over here. Oscar's on top of him, trying to deal with him, but again,
so difficult to do. Well,
yeah.
Dark Mago does clip him for a moment. He does have the shard as well, so those napalm stacks are gonna hit. Let's do a lot of damage.
It hurts.
Gunner's, I think, is dead here. He does have a blink and a waning rift, but yeah, he's gone. Dark Mago burns him down. I mean, it took some time, but Dark Mago just got himself 530 gold. And 1,500 experience. Okay, that is a lot of XP. Which is surprising, because he's like 2 levels higher than the Puck.
Yeah. It made even worse now. And Fox is making quick work of this tower. I mean, it would have been great if Gunner could have made it over there and start to cut the creep waves behind the tower and stop Foxes from being able to do this here, but it feels like they're starting to run out of options. They turn their eyes towards the Roche pit now, and I don't think they're going to be able to contest this one. RP is available again.
Yeah,
their backs are against the wall now on 4 Zoomers. They got to try to contest this, right? They can't. There's no way they bring down the anti-mage twice. But now he's got a DD outside the pit. All right, there's some collusion going on here, man.
Scan comes out. There's the smoke, the Zoomers. I don't know if we're going to make it in time. It honestly is the difference. The DD, it made it way too fast. And Pakas, he's going to get the Aegis Gunner. In trouble, but they get the shackle onto Moo before the fight really starts. And now Costa Bile stuck, held in place by the Gale. You can't run away, sir. Magnus getting pelted here, but it's just one after one. They're falling on the Zoomers. They do manage to take down the Magnus, but Dark Mago's got a lasso. They're trying to get their eyes on top of this Puck, and
he's got nowhere to go.
Yeah, he's got nowhere to go. Every option is a bad option.
But the worst fight they could possibly take. The DD not only did it speed up the Roshan, but they also had to fight into the DD anti-mage. So the Centaur ended up dropping in no time at all. They lost the Morphling right away too. And now they're ready to push up high ground. They're going to lose a second Rax. There's nothing to be able to do about it. The only thing keeping their last set of Rax alive is the fact that they still got a tier 1 tower down in the bottom lane.
The Gale Force that came out from Matthew there was so sick.
Yeah,
like, Costa Bile was like, yeah, I'll just wait for him. I'll be fine. And then just, nope.
Yeah, they didn't need to commit any disables off the start of that team fight just because of the positioning of that Gale Force. It was beautiful. Anti-Mage got to well away with them.
I don't know if you noticed, but Anti-Mage actually left mana break at 2 points. He just does. He's like, I don't really even need it this game. He's like, I'd rather not reflect the mana burn onto myself.
Or my teammates, yeah.
Stomp comes out, but a nice Manta to dodge it, and Moo just stuck here underneath his Anti-Mage. The Gale Force comes out once again. He's able to actually make it out, but Costa Bile in a lot of trouble as well. Paka's, he's hungry. He wants to find these kills. He's going to jump forward onto the Morphling. Stunned up from Husky here, but it's just going to be a buyback from Moo. Gets the hoof stomp off this time, but a counter RP from Oscar. Able to buy him a little bit of space. The skewer comes through. Paka's, he's still alive through it all. They finally get the Aegis. And these heroes, they're really low here on the side of Thunder Predator. If they can get these kills, it will be huge, but they can't. They're starting to crumble as Gunner ran down by Dark Mago here. Yeah. Gets the blink up, but he reads it perfectly. Triple kill for Dark Mago. A dieback on your puck. Costa Bile still alive for now, but
how do you bring down this anti-mage a second time? They get to keep their racks for now, but like you mentioned, buybacks on 2 of these heroes, they end up dying back into the game. Anti-mage still stands after it all as well, and he's just getting over the bottom towers by himself. Without Puck and Centaur in the game right now, he feels absolutely no threat from his enemy team.
He's got an Abyssal, man. He's got a 10k gold advantage just between him and the next hero. Like,
yeah.
We knew from the beginning this was looking like a very strong anti-mage game, and oh boy, is it. It's about this is about as good as it gets.
Yeah. Paladin sword neph found as well, so he's gonna be able to stand his ground if they choose to fight into him. Z-Freak, I mean, he can do damage with the illusions.
Oh, he ends up blinking aggressively forward. Husky takes an Abyssal Blade. Yeah, not today.
The scales balanced.
He doesn't want to deal with them.
This guy.
He's too powerful. And yeah, like you mentioned, leaving this at 2 points into the mana break instead just going stats. Man thought of everything. Hopefully managed to take the tier 1 on the bottom lane, but they're knocking on your door now. Your last set of your last tier 3 is now exposed. They've got RP available in 20 seconds from now. Lasso is available. I think once they got this, they might not even wait for it. They might just chip away at the high ground now.
Disruption out once again. They can follow up with the stomp this time. Does connect just perfectly. Coil as well. I mean, anti-mage, he's gonna need the saves, but they can't engage any further. He's just so dang strong, and he blinks in super aggressively. Dark Mago goes in, looks for the lasso, doesn't find it. But he's gonna find it now. He gets the puck, the Lincoln Sphere, just a moment too late, and Gunner goes down. Oscar looking for this RP target. Doesn't even need it. It's just a skewer back onto Husky. Pacas jumps in once again, the Abyssal Blade out, but he's gonna get saved thanks to the Glimmer Cape, but he finds Costa Bile instead, gets down on Husky. He's gonna fall, buys back into this one, and Pacas, he doesn't stop. One target to the next.
Man's trying to kill on the Z-Freak. He buys back in the game as well, but they're running out of buybacks here. They're running out of base as well. It was a beautiful jump forward, and like you mentioned, that fraction of a second too late on the Lincoln Sphere. If they'd gotten that one, then they might not lose that team fight. They might be able to hold out their defense just a little bit longer, but small misplays. It's not being fast enough, costing them quite a bit there. 24k net worth advantage now. I mean, at the very least, this is some serious copium, but anti-mage is almost 6 slotted now.
No,
eventually he stopped getting stronger than the rest of your team.
No,
right?
He still can sell boots. He can still get an Aghanim Scepter, like Synth Shard. You can still get
you replace the Echo Saber, but he's not going to scale as hard.
No, you don't even replace the Echo Saber. You disassemble the Echo if you want and buy an Axe, or you can just buy the Axe Synth. Like, Anti-Mage still has like 11,000 gold of growth to work with, which is what's terrifying.
Right, well, he's a little bit afraid of Z-Freak.
Yeah.
The only thing he fears is himself.
That is true. That's the only thing I'd be afraid of if I was Pacas. Gunner being... What? Okay. Gotta be careful there. Very scary. Nice use of these flame breaks. Just trying to disrupt these blink daggers on the backside, and Pacas just working on the barracks. They jump in, they get the stun, but a huge gale pushing them into the danger zone. You gotta be careful. Oscar, he gets the RP, he finds Gunner. Goes down on the puck. Once again, Costa Bile jumps in, tries to take down Oscar. He gets it, but he's falling low himself. He's got nothing left in the tank. He needs help. It's a BKB from Dark Mago. He gets the lasso. The Shackle also finds the Centaur. 3 heroes dead. The GG gets dropped as Thunder Predator looking so damn good here in game number 2.
The only kill they managed to find is just thanks to those anti-mage illusions. This goes to show you how strong he is, but it's the Fox's show today. The man, he ends the game 18-1-10. Outstanding performance and hilarious build that he ended up going. Took advantage of the fact that his team is Magnus in the offlane, knew that it was playing around him on the start, ended up maxing out the Empower, uh, ends up dropping that on whenever he can. The moment they start rotating to the bottom lane on Zoomers, they wasted so much time. And they read the movements perfectly on Thunder Predator. They just head to the top lane, they clear out the stacks they had made for the anti-mage ahead of time. And I think that's when they started losing the game just too hard. Like, Praxis had an excellent beginning of the game. And it was off of that read that they had in the setup that Oscar provided him by maxing out his Empower first. So,
Yeah.
nice job there by Thunder Predator reading that one and not letting game number one get to them, because that must have been a frustrating game. You couldn't quite take the team fights the way that you wanted, but this game, an absolute stomp.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, Zoomers, did their best to hold, but the last pick puck just didn't really seem to do it. They had the answers for it. It really is this anti-mage just like absolutely crushing this game. I think the build is so sick. It's fantastic against the Morphling here as well, and the decision to just leave the mana break, like he didn't even level. He just sat the whole game with extra points because he's like, yeah, I don't want this. He's like, this is bad. But
Well, you go to stats.
yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Well, he got to like level 25. He was still holding two points. He didn't even bother.
Oh yeah, you're right. I didn't make that.
The thing that's nuts is like anytime you see an anti-mage with 900 plus GPM, it's going to be a rough game. So shout out to Thunder Predator with that last pick. It was sick. And we get a game 3, neph. This is perfect. This is what we wanted. This is the upper bracket. Two of the best teams here in the Americas region going head to head. But we got to go to a quick break before we get that game 3, right?
Unfortunately we do. Quick break before game number 3. And a showdown between SA and NA in the upper bracket, and bound to be a good one, man.
It is. All right, everyone, stay tuned for more here. This is the BTS Pro Series Season 9. We'll see you in a bit.